Hi, I'm Diana YK Chan. I am so delighted that you're here today. In today's training, I'm going to walk you through my proven formula to help you master your story. Your story is also known as your elevator pitch, or I like to call it your glowing introduction. It is essential to master your story, as anytime that you meet someone for the first time at a networking event or for an informational interview or for a job interview, it is critical that you tell your story in a way that is interesting, inspiring, and impressive. Now, some of you may feel uncomfortable in talking about yourself, or you may feel unclear on what to say or how much to say, or you just may not feel confident in promoting yourself. As a result, this may lead to stress or anxiety in coming up with your story. This will influence the way you show up in meeting someone, and this could actually probably cost you the job opportunity as well. However, I'm here to help. I'm here today to help you, walk you through a step-by-step formula to help you be more clear, confident, and compelling in telling your story. So let me walk you through my training presentation. Let's dive right in. Welcome to this training on Master Your Story. I'm your trainer, Diana YK Chan. Let me introduce myself first before we dive into the training. I'm currently a career advisor at Schulich. I'm also a career coach, speaker, and training in my own business, where I founded My Markability in 2011. My mission is to help ambitious professionals like you to gain career clarity, confidence, and a competitive edge to land amazing job opportunities. I've worked with hundreds of clients internationally to get competitive job offers at top companies, such as helping them get into consulting firms, McKinsey, BCG, Deloitte, PwC, KPMG, Accenture, top tech firms like Google, Microsoft, Facebook, LinkedIn, SAS, TELUS, Bell, financial services, all the top banks, RBC, TD, CIBC, Scotiabank, HSBC, and recently Credit Suisse, CPG companies such as Nestle, AC Nielsen, and L'Oreal. I have over 10 years of experience in recruiting, training, coaching, and speaking. I was a recruiter at Google, Ivy MBA and executive at MBA Missions, and I worked at a recruiting agency called Fish Recruit. I have reviewed over 20,000 resumes and done thousands of job interviews, so I have a keen eye on what it takes to really stand out as top talent. I also worked at Accenture in management consulting and at TELUS in marketing, operations, and training. I completed my undergrad and MBA at the Ivy Business School, and I was recently recognized as one of the top 15 job search experts to follow on LinkedIn. If we're not connected yet, I invite you to connect with me on LinkedIn at www.linkedin.com/in/Diana Chan. All right, so let's dive into our training. If you want to be memorable and markable, make your story sound interesting, inspiring, and impressive. Be strategic and intentional of what you want to say. Okay, it may sound so simple when you tell your story because it's so short. However, you want to be intentional of the words that you choose to use, as that will leave an impression. So here I want to walk you through my 6Ps framework to help you master your glowing introduction. Feel free to take notes along the way. The first P is passion. This is where you want to set the stage and theme of your brand. Essentially, this is the umbrella of what you want to be known for. Who are you? What are you passionate about that's related to your career interest? What do you care about? What do you enjoy learning? What type of problems do you enjoy solving? What impact do you want to make? So ask yourself some of these questions to help you come up with that one-liner of what do you really care about and what you're passionate about. So for me, I've always been passionate about helping people to reach their full potential. I want to help people to help them achieve greatness, fulfillment, and success. So that's what I'm known for. Step 2 is the potential. The potential essentially is where you share what you're awesome at. What are your top 3 strengths, right? 3 is what's going to make it memorable. What do you naturally excel at? What are you known for? Right? So identify 3 key things that's really going to support your area of your passion and interest as well. So for me, Because I have a passion in helping people, I'm a natural people connector. I'm really curious to find out about people's stories. I have really keen eye on helping people understand what their unique value proposition is. Step 3 is your past experience. So now that you talked about your passion and your potential, which is really give a sense of who you are, step 3 here is to help you establish credibility. What have you done in the past? How many years of experience do you have? What functional areas did you work in? What industries did you work in? What companies did you work at? What kind of roles did you have? What kind of problems did you solve? What's your area of expertise? So ask yourself with this question. Essentially, instead of walking through every single role that you've had, you want to be able to summarize the essence of your experience and the places that you worked at to give a good overview of what you have to offer. Step 4 is where you share a proud accomplishment. So this is about sharing an impressive and relevant story to help you differentiate. You want to showcase that you're a high performer with high potential. Right? So this is like really a great opportunity to think of a story that is unique to you and that would be relevant to the career profession that you're interested in. Ask yourself, what are you most proud of in your career? What did you achieve? What awards or recognitions did you receive? What knowledge, skills, experience did you gain? What lessons did you learn? So this is where it will help people to really understand what you care about as well, what you value, and it will give people a sense of in terms of your performance at the end of the day. You really want to give a sense that you are a high performer. So for example, if you were on a fast track promotion, or you worked on some of the highest top profile projects, or you were recognized 1 out of hundreds of people for your outstanding service, you want to highlight those things there. Step 5. Now that you've talked about your past, you want to bring it back to the present of where are you now. Be clear on your current situation and what you want. So ask yourself some of these questions. Where are you at in your career right now? What are you doing now? What are you studying, if you are? Why did you pursue additional education? When are you graduating? What are you looking for? What's your target profession or ideal role? Right, so get really clear on this, because if you want people to help you in terms of referring you opportunities or people to connect with, you got to get crystal clear on what is it that you are looking for. So a technique you want to use is talk about the ideal role that people could really visualize the opportunity or person they can connect you to. Lastly, it's what's important to you. You know, what are the top 3 things that you're looking for in your next career? Step 6 is the purpose. This is where you want to share your why and your motivation. You want to talk about why do you want to make a career change? Why are you interested in this role or profession? Why are you interested in this organization? Why are you interested in this industry? And why are you the ideal candidate? What's your unique value proposition? What are the benefits of hiring you there? So here's the 6 P's framework summary. Number 1 is passion. Number 2 is potential. Number 3 is your past experience. Number 4 is your proud accomplishment. Number 5 is your present situation. And number 6 is your purpose. So if you follow this framework, it will give you a very comprehensive overview of who you are, what you want, what you have to offer, and why you're the best fit. Now, depending on the situation that you're in, you can feel free to change the sequence as needed. You can also choose what to highlight depending on the situation as well. So for example, if you're going to a networking event where you only have about 30 seconds to introduce yourself, you want to choose maybe just talk about, what are you passionate about, a bit about your past experience, and currently what are you up to? Okay. If you're in an interview setting, then you can maybe go into a little bit further in terms of the details, or if one-on-one, you have more time where you can make it like a 1 to 2 minute long introduction there. Okay, so pick and choose. At the end of the day is that write out everything there, and then you can change the order, the sequence, and how much you want to say. So keep your glowing introduction within 2 minutes long. That's about 200 to 260 words there. Now, your message impact. Okay, so only 7% of what you say is based on your words. The other 38% is based on your tone of voice in terms of how you sound. The other 55% is on your body language and facial expression in terms of how you look. So here's the thing, 93% of your message impact is based on the nonverbal cues. So as much as you want to spend time on writing out the content, which is important, you also want to spend time on the delivery in terms of the way you communicate. It takes only 7 seconds for someone to form a first impression about you. So if you want to be memorable, be aware of how you show up and how you say what you want to say. Okay, as that will leave that first impression. So here are some effective communication delivery tips to help you there. Number one is you want to show up with positive energy and enthusiasm. Be excited about showing up, meeting that person so that they are excited to hear you out as well. Number two, smile and give eye contact. That is the easiest and the best thing that you can do is just smile. That automatically lightens up and gives that warm, approachable feeling. Step three is to sit up or stand up straight and lean slightly forward. So that will give that personal connection as well. Step four is to speak from your heart, not from your head. Because when you speak from your heart, that's how you're really going to connect with the person that you are speaking to there. You want to sound authentic, sincere, and genuine. Number five is to speak with a lower tone of voice, as that gives credibility. Sometimes people may have a higher pitch where they sound like they're questioning, and you want to end it with a lower tone of voice where it sounds more persuasive and strong there. So practice that. What you can do is to make sure that you speak from your diaphragm instead of from your throat. So make sure you take deep breaths as well. Silence is okay, as it's powerful. So make sure that you pause and breathe. 7, slow down your pace of communication. When you are nervous, people tend to speak really, really fast, or they may mumble. So when you slow down, people can hear you more clearly. Step 8 is to stay present and curious, because when you are present, people can feel that you are there with them. And when you show that curiosity, they're going to be more curious in you and your story as well. So here are some tips on how to make a lasting impression. 1 is to communicate effectively. Verbal communication skills is one of the most important skill sets that employers look for. So you want to be clear, concise, and compelling. 2, clarity of who you are, what you want, and what's important to you. So this is all about being clear on your messaging. When you know what you want, you come across more convincing as well. Connect the dots of your past experience and skills to your future career. So be able to talk about your skills and experience in a way that would be relevant to what you're looking for. So use words or emphasize words that will help trigger something for that person to help refer you to there. So you don't have to talk about everything that you've done. Just talk about things that is relevant that will help connect you to your future career. If you don't have a lot of that relevant past experience, then talk about the things that you have, that you understand from your research or trends to showcase that you are knowledgeable about it. 4th is the confidence in your own abilities. Employers want to hire people who are confident in themselves, that they believe they have what it takes, that they can really do a great job and really meet expectations there. 5th is curiosity. Curiosity in the person, in the opportunity, and company, right? This is all a way you show up that people know whether you're actually interested or not. 6 is charisma. This is all about your ability to influence and attract attention. If you have that charisma, if there is that magnetic appeal where people are more likely to listen to your story. So here's my challenge to you as of next steps. Now that you've learned the 6Ps framework, next step is to go write or type out your glowing introduction using the 6Ps framework. Okay, take time to do that. Keep it within 2 minutes, within that 260 words there. Once you've completed that, I want you to practice, practice, practice. Okay, practice is what's going to make it perfect, what's going to make you more polished and persuasive and more confident as well. Get feedback. Record yourself. Speak in front of a mirror or have your friends that you can practice, because you're going to be introducing yourself over and over and over again. Here's an evaluation criteria that you can use or have your friends to use when they are critiquing or giving you feedback on your overall messaging and delivery. It's called my ABCD. A is the attitude. How are you in terms of your overall energy and presence, the vibe? Do you give that warmth feeling? Do you sound like genuine as well? Do people feel like that you are excited to share about what you have to say? B is the body language. So this is your facial expressions, your posture, your eye contact, smile, hand gestures. That's all about your body language. Does it give that feeling that you are relaxed and confident, or is it intense and serious? How do you come across in your body language? C, which is the content. This is the words that you choose to use, the structure, the flow, the formatting of your content. Does it make sense? Can people really follow your story? Is it clear and concise? Lastly is the D, your delivery. This is your tone of voice, the pitch and the pace. Do you sound confident and credible? Are you speaking at a good pace? Okay, so this is the criteria that you can use to evaluate your performance there. So thank you so much for attending this training. I hope you find this valuable. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, and I will love to hear your story, your glowing introduction soon. Cheers to your markability. Bye.